Today we're going to do a quick oil change here on a Ducati Diavel. Should be the same for most years. Basically, you've got your oil filter tucked, well, it's hard to see, but right behind your exhaust pipe right here. And then the drain bolt. Drain bolt is going to be right here. So that's your drain bolt, your oil filter right there. We use a high flow 153 as a replacement. It's cheaper than Ducati's and just as good. It also has a 17 millimeter nut on the top of it. Oh, this one doesn't. So I guess this one doesn't, but most of the high flow race filters have a 17 millimeter nut like the K&N. So yeah, drop the oil filter. We like to use this tool right here. Super handy in the garage. I'll put a link to it in the bottom. It basically clamps onto the filter so you can ratchet it out. Just goes onto a regular 3/8 ratchet. Pull that off, throw the filter in, and we will drop the oil, and then the fill plug is right here. So super easy. Yeah, so we'll be back in just a second after we get all the oil drained. All right, so we're gonna pull the drain bolt right now. We are on the left side of the bike, and the drain bolt is right there. Sorry, the light's really bright. Drain bolt's right there. I'm gonna be using a 4 millimeter Allen. Just get that in there. Make sure you're going the right way. Unscrew it the rest of the way by hand. Make sure to get your oil pan under there. Make sure not to lose the crush washer. Replace it if necessary. Most of these crush washers you can reuse a couple of times. Draining. I always like to look at the drain bolt. Sorry, the flashlight's right in our eyes. Look at the drain bolt and look for metal pieces. This one has a couple little pieces on there, but nothing too major. So we're gonna let that drain out, then we're gonna fill it up. Oil filter's on already, so we'll be back in just a second. All right, so the oil's drained out. So now we're just gonna take the drain bolt and put it back in there. Like I said, make sure not to forget the crush washer. And we're gonna thread this in by hand as far as we can get it. Move the oil pan out of the way. And then we're gonna tighten this down. Now, I'm sure there's a torque spec for this, but basically what I like to do is just tighten it down till it's hand tight, and then just give it another little crank, and that's good. Don't over torque it. You will strip that bolt out. So that's it. So now we're gonna fill it up, 3.5 quarts of oil, and we will check it on the window on the other side. All right, so we just put 3.5 quarts of oil in. The fill is right here. Just unscrew it, use a funnel, and we're right about at the top line. So what I do now is come up here and turn the bike on, and then we're gonna fire it up. Notice the oil level is going down, and we're gonna let it run for a minute or two to fill up the filter. All right, so we ran it for about a minute. Now we're just gonna wait. The reason why you do this is the oil needs to fill the filter. So now we're just gonna watch the oil level here for a second and top it off as necessary. We wanna be between this mark and this mark, and you gotta let the oil drain back down from the cylinders. And so we'll wait for that for a second and then top it off as necessary. Might have to add in another 1/4 of a quart or small amount, but like I said, as long as you're between those two lines, you're all good. And this is the oil change on the Ducati Diavel. Not too hard, only took us about 20 minutes or so. So see you guys on the next video. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you later.